Good evening, guys. MWUSA Season 2, Episode 229. I am still here at the casino. Just got here, getting some play in this afternoon after leaving the family function and just starting to walk around looking for things to do here. So far I found two machines that were in beautiful position and they paid out fantastically. They were at a $3 and at a $3.75 level, and both of them went really well. I ended up ahead around 600 on the two of them together. Right now, I am just walking around, taking a look at what else is going on. I'm planning on playing a little bit of blackjack here, and then I'm going to have dinner with the wife, and then figure things out from there. I'm really surprised, actually, that those plays were available. Those are usually the easiest, lowest lying fruit, and people always get to them, and people are fighting over them, but I guess I got in at exactly the right time between people playing them. So right now, I've taken care of those couple of plays. I'm just walking around, doing a little bit of scouting and figuring out what to do next, but I think I'm going to go ahead and play blackjack and then figure out what to do from there. Now, yesterday was tough. 6 hours of blackjack at one table, and 95% of the time was losing. Is not comfortable, but you do what you have to do, and you start to recover it, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we were up for the trip. Now we're about even or so for the trip, maybe slightly up. I just picked up the 600 and something dollars, so that helps a little bit. I would love to pick up another 1,000 before dinner, so that's where we are right now. I'd love to make another $1,000, go to dinner, relax a little bit. I only got 2 hours of sleep last night, and maybe even less than that. And then we had to leave for all the shopping and things that people do. So for now, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go ahead and find a table to play, and then I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So right now I'm walking through the casino again. We have lunch or dinner plans in about 45 minutes, and I am done playing blackjack. The net result of everything was slots plus $641. Blackjack, darn it, this guy just beat me to the machine. Blackjack plus $850. Spreading from $50 to $250. The low for this session was 0. The high was plus $850. And just a minute late to the stupid machine. I hate that when some lazy guy in this column beats you to it and they make money off it. It looks like he didn't find anything anyway, but I hate that. So anyway, I had a decent time. Everything went through pretty smoothly. Was up from the first hand and bumped around a little bit, around even for a while. Then did pretty well toward the end. Can't complain. I wanted to book a win after taking a big steep loss yesterday and all those hours yesterday of playing. And so now I'm seeing, people hidden around the corners watching the machines that I'm watching. So looks like this is the busy time now. But anyway, I was saying I wanted to book that win just to make me feel better, a little mental correction and affirmation, I guess, that we're doing the right thing here. And I don't know if I was tired or not. I doubt it. I kind of checked myself a few times on a few things, and it seemed like I was doing all the right thing at the right time. I was kind of verifying my focus and making sure that I cleared out the count between shoes, which is a big thing, especially when you have double deck and you're going through shoes quickly. It's easy to be at like +2 and then carry it over, and then all of a sudden you're at +3 and it's the first card. So you just got to make sure that you clear all that out. And I try to say down to the shoe 000, clear 000, and start fresh, you know. So I like to just, I could do a signal with my hands that looks like it's nothing, but to my brain, it's like a sweep, clean the table, brand new count, all that kind of stuff. I do all kinds of little things like that to keep my mind active, keep it busy, and to just verify things. I put all these little things in place that I don't think other people do, but I think it's helped me keep my focus and make sure that I do things right. So anyway, right now I'm taking one more sweep through here, hoping a couple of these people get up so I can take a look at what they got going on, and then gonna head up to the room and get ready for dinner, and then come back down, eat, relax a little bit, hopefully get some sleep later on tonight, but I'd like to have 2 or 3 more decent sessions before going to sleep tonight. So I'm going to check this one here. There's 4 of them next to each other. Going to double check them real quick, and then head back up to the room. And I just found one, so I'll let you go for now, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Walked through there, actually played that one through that I was talking to you guys about, and ended up ahead like $16 or $18. It was a quick, like 3-spin type thing. So got that, walked around. On my way out, found another one at $3.75 a spin, and played that one through. And that one played a little bit rough at first, but ended up okay in the end. And by the time I walked away, between the 2 of them, I was ahead $80, so not bad. Only took me another 5 minutes to do that, so I can't really be too upset about that. So I'm sure there's still a lot more, but there's so many people down there right now. I'm gonna go get some dinner first, and then relax a little bit, and then get to work. So at least we're flowing the right direction. Another $80 more, and hopefully things go well. And then I'll also be able to hit some other places tonight. So just getting in the elevator right now. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. It is now early morning, and I played blackjack for a very long time, like over 5 hours. And the way that it went down, I'm not sure if I mentioned I had won $80 on slots or not, but anyway, after that, I sat down at a blackjack table and just had a very bad experience, losing endlessly, no matter what I did. And this has been a theme now at this particular casino for years. I haven't done well at these double deck tables, and I don't know why. I've been struggling, but it's like nowhere else statistically. I've done worse at this location than anywhere else, and I played blackjack for about 45 minutes or so, and was down as much as 3,000 or more. Alright guys, anyway, sorry about the interruption there. What I was saying is I was down about $3,000 or more, and this Asian guy comes to the table and plays next to me for a while, and I noticed as soon as the count got negative, like -9 running count on this double deck, he sat out, colored up, and then stood and watched the rest of the shoe and walked away. At that point, a few hands later, well, not a few hands later, maybe 15 minutes later, I'd recovered everything that I was down, and I was up like $25 and getting ready to leave. And he comes back around, and he, along with the dealer, say, you should keep on going, try to, make it into something else, and you really haven't been here that long and all this stuff. So decided to continue on, and that was actually not the best decision to make. So continued on, and that's when the slide began and just continued on and on and on. And I'll update, I'll give you a couple stories involved with that here in a bit. But yeah, it was another long night, and it was worse than the night before. Um, I don't have an exact count yet, but I'll count the money that's in my pocket and figure out how much. But it was worse. So anyway, I want to let you go for now. I'll come back and update you with a couple stories. All right, guys. So sorry, everything's so disconnected. It's a pretty hectic day here right now. Just got to the family home, and we're going to be watching some football today. I rarely watch sports. It's a big waste of time to me. I focus on what's important right now, building up a bankroll and having a good life and all that. But there are just a few games that I like to watch each year, and one of them is today. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, a couple of small things I wanted to talk about. I'm sure I forgot tons of stuff from last night, but I didn't get back to the room till about 5 a.m. I played that table for about 5 hours. I also played a little bit of slots, and after that plus 80, I had a minus 27 on slots. And then, let me think here. All right, so when I was at the first double deck table, um, Asian guy comes, sits next to me. I already explained all that kind of stuff. But as soon as I got back to even, I thought, man, this is just not going well. I'm going to get up and leave. And the Asian guy had gotten up and he was watching. And they kept on saying, no, you should keep going. You haven't been here that long. And I was like, I was okay with that. I didn't really need that much of a push to stay, but that was the beginning of everything falling. And I just counted the money. I was down over 5,000 last night at that table, so it was really, really bad. Um, Also had some questions about how much I had bought in for, and they couldn't tell me. They were like, "Well, you're not being rated, so why should we keep track of it?" So it seems like a lot of times this doing stuff for the government is not that big a deal to them, as long as they don't suspect you of doing anything wrong. They're a little bit too lax. They could probably get themselves into some trouble for that, but it seems like they're a little bit too lax as far as keeping track in this place of how much your buy-ins were. So um, I had a lady dealing to me and was just doing horrible with her there. And then this guy came and did the weird flipping the cards over weird ways. And I hate that so much. And his movements were not smooth. They were real choppy. So, you normally expect flip a card, flip a card, flip a card, pay it out, or, whatever. And he's like delays and stuttering and stuff like that in his movements. And that was really annoying. And I kept on losing more and more with him. And then it gets to the point where he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I cut myself." He said he had cut himself cooking the night before, and I guess he didn't have a Band-Aid on and started bleeding. There was a little bit of blood on one or two cards, and I said, "I don't care about that. Let's just keep going." The dealer said, "Oh no, we have to change the cards." So that was just awful. Um, I ended up switching to a six-deck table at that point, and they ended up actually closing the table when I moved over to the other table. So that was even more annoying because it was such a good rules on that table, and I was getting as good as half-deck penetration where we were playing 1.5 or more of the two decks. So anyway, started playing the six deck table, and it was up and down, but generally it was going in a positive direction. And every time the same dealer would cut himself and had the blood issue and all that would come to the table, I would take a deep dive of $2,000 or $3,000, and then back up again, back down again, back up again, and overall just an exhausting night. I think I told you I played about 5 hours um, on that table, on those two tables. I had this older dealer, redheaded dealer, on that table as well, and she was not a good dealer, and she was exhausting also because she would be humming with the music, and not just humming, like melodiously humming, right? So like singing the high notes in a hum while we're playing, and she was not a good dealer, so she was having problems um, keeping up with what I had and what she had, and she made a couple mistakes. And there was a point where I had an odd number of green chips out. I got a blackjack. I put that out there later on. I got another blackjack, so I had some 50-cent chips, dollar chips, $5 chips, all these different things. And I got a blackjack, and it just took her forever to figure it out. I had to actually help her with it, break it down. So yeah, but everything she was doing was working really well for me. When she was dealing, I was doing really well and moving in the right direction. And then eventually things got worse again before I left. So um, now I thought about maybe I was just tired because I only slept like 2 hours a day before, and I slept almost zero tonight. But I don't think that's what it is. And when I got back to the room, um, I was. Tired, but I couldn't go to sleep. I was just thinking about everything and all that. And so I actually, while I was laying in bed, I I did a late registration on a poker tournament. It was a small group, like less than 50 people, but I ended up winning the tournament. So I couldn't have been too exhausted unless I got extremely lucky. But I thought I made some really good plays in that tournament. So, um, that kind of points to that maybe it wasn't just that. But I don't know what it is, but overall, this location the last few years has been awful for me whenever I come this way. Have not done well. I'm trying to think of all the different things it could be other than cheating, but I really can't think of what the common factor is. I'm going to give it another try again tonight, and we're going to be leaving tomorrow. I have the day off on Monday, so I will be traveling Monday without work. I'll be working Tuesday and then be off on Wednesday. So hopefully this coming week will be a good week, get us back on track, and then I'll be going south soon after that. And ticket prices were just soaring. I went back to book my ticket to go south, and they had gone up like 40%, but I ended up booking it anyway, and I'll be doing that. So right now, I'm going to just relax a little bit, hang out with the family, watch some football, and then I'll be back and we'll figure out what to do from there. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and publish this episode, and we're going to start a new episode for tonight. Right now, it's about 5 p.m. It'll probably still be a few more hours before I play. So, letting you go for now. If you have any questions or comments, it's mwusa21 at gmail.com. mwusa21 at gmail.com. See you next time.